Hello, it's Tina. Welcome back to the weekly poetry challenge. I have thought about these and changed them around a little bit. You don't have to do them in order, and I'm making it now so that you should be able to pick up one on any given week. I'm sort of reimagining the whole idea of the poetry class on YouTube. So instead, I'm really looking to make a good challenge that you can just kind of fall into on any given week when you feel like doing one. And if you don't feel like doing it, skip it. Maybe you'll feel like the next week's. But this week, the one I want to do is called a recipe poem. Now, this is when you take something that you can't actually make and you imagine how you might make it if you had a recipe to make it. So you can take a regular recipe and turn it into a poem. Some poets do this with line breaks and they call them found poems. They found this in the world and then they put line breaks in it and now it becomes a poem. You can do something like that, but that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about a recipe for something you can't really put into a bowl or take out of the oven. So what I'd like for you to concentrate on this week is writing a poem about what would be your a pleasant Christmas for you. How to make a pleasant Christmas. Now, you understand I'm not asking for a stereotypically perfect Christmas. I'm not asking for something that the world would see on a postcard and recognize as a perfect Christmas. I'm talking about something that you can come to peace with as your Christmas is approaching. How can you make your Christmas pleasant? How can you enjoy a pleasant Christmas? What will that mean for you if you take it and make a recipe out of it? Now, remember, we're not looking for a rhyme here. We're looking for a recipe. It will look like it is in a cookbook. You will have at the top what it's a recipe for. You will have what your ingredients are in it. You will have what you do to prepare it. Do you need a cup of this or a dash of that or a pound of this or a teaspoon of that, or do you need to roll it up or do you need to slice it? Do you need to bake it? Do you need to warm it? Do you need to cool it? Do you need to, what is it? How do you go about preparing it? Mixing it, beating it, sugar coating it? What's the preparation for your pleasant Christmas? And so I'll write one that I will share with you later in the week. And so in the meantime, as an example poem, as an example recipe poem, not about a Christmas, but just this kind of form exists in the world. You can go look up on the internet recipe poems, any of these forms I'm talking about, and you'll just come to a whole lot of things. So this is one written by Lawrence Ferlinghetti, who was what we call a beat poet. He really cared about the sound of things, and he was very interested in materiality, the material things in the world, and how they could sort of stand to represent things, other things in our minds. He was writing in the 40s, 50s, 60s. So here, maybe 70s, we have, it's called Recipe for Happiness. And then it has the name of a Russian city, which I'm afraid I won't be able to say. Khabarovsk. Recipe for Happiness, Khabarovsk or any place. One grand boulevard with trees, with one grand cafe in sun, with strong black coffee in very small cups. One not necessarily very beautiful man or woman who loves you. one fine day. It's Lawrence Ferlinghetti's Recipe for Happiness. So give us your recipe for a pleasant Christmas and try to keep away from stereotypes. I hope you have a great week of writing and thinking about writing and just bringing some more poetry into your life. Take care. Talk to you soon.